I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate, first of all, the leadership of Anglo American in South Africa for the bold and courageous decision in placing the spotlight on the need for corporate accountability to gauge its sustainability performance. Congratulations. Today's event is therefore a clear demonstration of Anglo-Americans' commitment to the national and global commitment of the Sustainable Development Goals. The commitment of Anglo-American is even more important because of the influence the company has, primarily on the South African and global mining sector, and secondly, most importantly, because of the influence it has on the rest of the economy through its very dynamic value chain that touches on almost every sector of the economy. By setting high standards throughout the supply chain, strategic conversations and dialogues could be held on integrating the SDGs into the business models of many, many more companies, yielding exponentially higher results and benefits. The global community quickly realized that the level of ambition entailed in the SDGs meant that no government could deliver on the SDGs alone. To create the type of momentum required to deliver on this ambitious agenda, it has been obvious that we have to base our approach on the contribution of all sectors of society, importantly the private sector. There are many actors, and the most important actor is the private sector. To this end, I'm glad that this event responds to both of these gaps by offering a conversation that is internal and going beyond accounting on just the performance of the government. However, we have to recognize that accountability requires the highest levels of honesty, integrity, and commitment from those being held accountable and those holding the others accountable. And it is in this spirit that we are engaging with the leadership of Anglo-American this morning. The SDGs challenge private sector players to innovate and recreate their strategy to sustainability, largely through the integration of sustainable practices into their business models, and not just allocating budget resources for doing good or for being seen to be good through CSI, while their business models continue to have negative social and environmental impacts. Kindly allow me to make some brief reflections that I think constitute key takeaways that are worth mentioning. As part of your sustainability pillars, you have chosen to strive towards being a trusted corporate leader. This is a huge task for a mining company, particularly in the context of South Africa's political economy and the historical relationship between mining and the two elements of sustainability, namely the environmental and social aspects. This will require you to reposition the role of mining in general and specifically that of Anglo-American in the context of the communities you work in or you work with. This will require bold and innovative leadership that will be able to demonstrate through tangible results the changing nature of mining. As you seek to reposition the company, you will have to take leadership in repositioning the sector as a whole. We understand that you are building the pillar of trusted corporate leader at the back of some disastrous governance cases in South Africa, which have dented the image of corporate South Africa to a large extent. This will mean that your leadership role needs to extend beyond the mining sector as you seek to restore trust between society and corporate at large. 2, I was particularly impressed by your objective to, quote, reimagine mining to improve people's lives. As part of this consideration, you have recognized that your purpose is about more than just the work you do and the profits you make. It's about the impact you have on everything you touch. Your continued focus on innovation and the uptake of climate-smart technologies is very encouraging. Also, considering the difficult water challenges, South Africa confronts your work on water conservation and innovation stands out as a critical area of work in the country's broader effort around SDG 6. All this comes down to one fundamental point, which is the recognition of private sector companies that they can no longer thrive while the communities around them continue to face conflict, abject poverty, and a deteriorating environment. In conclusion, by now we are all aware that a critical enabler for the SDGs is the building of partnership. In this regard, I would like to extend a hand to the leadership of Anglo-American in South Africa and say, as you walk your journey of embedding the SDGs into your business models and transforming your operating models to reflect your aspirations, the United Nations Development System in South Africa is at your disposal. As a practical takeaway from this session, I would urge that we forge much closer relations to consider potential areas of convergence and collaboration to advance the SDGs in South Africa. Thank you very much.